Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Cubing Bear, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I set up my GANS 356 Air UM. So for this I guess tutorial, it's not really a tutorial, it's just me showing you guys how I set up the cube. What I use is, I use some of the lube that I got from speedcubeshop.com. This was 10 cc's. I got it a really long time ago. I think it's over a year ago, but it's still working hard. I've gone through about maybe 10 cc's of it, so we're gonna go through all of it next. And then also, when you're trying to do these cubes, I also like to mix in a little bit of this I think it's Nebula Galaxy lube from Speed Cube Shop's their own line of lubes. And I really like this kind of lube because it really makes the puzzle really smooth and I guess I would say a little bit uncontrollable for me. So I guess that's a really good thing. So yeah, that's something I really like about the lube right there. And of course, paper towels. We don't really have them right now. I had to get some, but yeah, this is what I use to go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I do to set up the cube. Pieces themselves, having been solving it so many times, they're actually getting dirty, and obviously because of that, they need to be cleaned out. So before we can put any sort of lube or anything on the puzzle itself, we have to make sure the core is clean, and we gotta lube it up. And essentially that's what it is. It's a bunch of gunk that's around the core and it needs to be cleaned. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. Right now, I just finished cleaning up the, I guess you would say, the mess right there. And yeah, the core looks clean. This part looks clean. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on to these parts right here. We're gonna go onto these parts right here, and then we got to go ahead and clean up all of these pieces. So this is how we're gonna go ahead and clean off that that array right there. We're just gonna go ahead and rub the surface against it, and when we do that, it's actually gonna go ahead and help clean it really well. So once we make sure that it's that everything is all clean and dandy, that's when everything is gonna start to, I guess you would say, unfold itself. Everything is sort of cleaned out in the cube itself. This is essentially what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna look like it's gonna look clean, it's gonna look sharp. I can't really do anything about the stuff that's inside right there. You can kind of see that. Yeah, I can't really do anything about that, but other than that, this is what a clean edge looks like. And now I gotta do it with the rest of them, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So now basically all of these pieces right here, they're all clean now. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add some of this stuff to that guy, to the pieces, so that they start looping it up and setting it back up onto the core. I'm starting off with the white cross, so I'm just looking for the pieces to put it in. Okay, so now we're on the final pieces of the puzzle, and usually when I reach this stage, I usually don't let this piece come right here, mostly because this is where I'm going to start inserting some lube. So here it goes. So first you're gonna want to go ahead and put some lube right here. Okay, so when you're done with that, you want to go ahead and put the last piece in that goes in there, and in this situation, the last piece is going to be this red and blue one. So the first piece of lube is inside, so now we're going to go ahead and put the last center pieces right there. Alright, so this is basically the final part. We're gonna go ahead and lube this part too. You wanna go ahead and make sure you put you're gonna wanna put a generous amount of lube in this one. Mostly because this is what you wanna make sure that you go, because this has to last the cube for pretty long time. So there we go. You want to make sure you don't get any make sure you don't want to get any stuff outside of the cube. I think I got a little bit outside. I'm trying to put it in without okay, now that the last piece is in there, you want to go ahead and make sure that there's nothing left outside of the cube that's, you know, kind of outside. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down just to make sure that there's no lube outside, because when you're turning up a so right now the cube is feeling a little bit sluggish, very sluggish actually, and it's not really performing all that great. It feels very stuck, and that's because of the magnets that are in there. Thankfully, now we're going to bring out our lube. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drop it in there. So what you want to do is you want to open the bottle cap, open some tube one right here. You want to aim for the white parts. You want to aim to put these ones on the white parts, because there's already stuff on the black pieces. So you put 2 drops in there, and then I will put it on the other side, the complete opposite side, and put 2 drops in there also. Okay. So now it should be feeling a lot more, I guess, speedier. That's kind of the right word for me to say, I think, yeah. So as you can see, the cube got a lot more quieter, and I guess that's one of the great things about the cube itself, is that it gets more quiet. And now I'm going to have to wipe this off again, because that is how I set up my GANS Air 3UM when it needs to be set up. Hopefully this video was a little bit helpful for people who don't know how to set up their cubes when they have lube and they need tensioning and all that stuff. But yeah, I use the yellow springs right now on my GANS Air UM, as seen in my review. But that is all for this video. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and of course subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace out, guys.